Hi, I'm finally getting around to it. Talk about my experience from Pax West 2024. A lot of the times I don't usually record my stuff, but with everything in general, this year I wanted to stay in touch and stay up to date with everything that's going on and get some coordinated aspects under wraps so that I can focus on other things. So no matter what, I'm finally getting around to it. A lot of the overview for the footage that I recorded from PAX West 2024. Now, my editor, Sin, will be doing his darndest to making this look pretty as ever, as he always does. Now, I'm going to start off with the first video that we were going over that I recorded while at PAX West. So I'm starting off with just walking around, seeing a bunch of cosplayers. Really nice to see that. And, I'm overall, the first video, I think I started on the normal, the normal floor, not at the annex, but can't remember exactly what it was called. It's been a couple of months. But I've been, at this point in time, I'm walking around. I see a bunch of computers, and I even see a PAX West ongoer just say hi to me. I say back, hi back. And I really just, I'm noticing all the merch and kind of the double branding side of things, and it's really cool at first. Obviously the posters there that that we just passed there, they're being very upfront with it. Some of the art I think is generated by some type of filter, but I'll just keep my own personal opinions to myself. But yeah, I will at this point I'm walking into the regular ongoing aspects where I'm seeing a new Crab's Treasure. Really cool game. I got to play it and try it out, obviously off camera. Really Dark Souls-esque, really nice. And we get a lot of merch sightings in these videos. Really cool, really awesome. Now I'm not really in tuned with a lot of the games that were presented here. A lot of them I just kind of looked at, glanced at, and if it didn't catch my eye immediately, I really didn't walk up to it. So it is what it is, and obviously I'm sorry to anyone that watches this. I'm going through, and one of the games that caught my eye was Pizza Bandit from last year, and right there, as you see, it really does me. It really tickled my fancy, which was really awesome. So even then, that was really cool. Really, I as soon as that video stopped, I waited in line and I kind of pressed onward, and it was really cool to see the creator again. He recognized me immediately. He's like, "Oh, hey, it's you. I'm the one that really helps us with the controller setup." Because it was supposed to be, fun fact, the Pizza Bandit video game was supposed to be in mouse and keyboard only game, but when they first brought up the a game back in, I want to say 2022, they had made leaps and bounds of updates to the controller setup, and he, one of the spokespeople that recognized me said that I was one of the major pushes to put controller setup in the game. So that was really nice. By the way, I'll probably be playing it when it releases. But yeah, anyways, now on to the next video. I think after that I started recording again, as I try to record as much as possible. Now I've been you'll see the posters in here, and I really like Gloomy the Bear. I didn't really know about it first and foremost until way later. Um, but I guess it's an IP, or it's a character that's been around for a very long time. So that was one of the things that I learned later on. Now I'm going through making sure that I'm trying to cover as much ground as possible. Um, and obviously there's a lot of people there, and all these videos are primarily from the first day, so it's not really that chaotic. Gosh, if I knew the exact extent of what would be coming afterward, after the first day, there'd be much more crowded than ever. We just passed some custom controllers back there, and that was really nice. There's Kingdom Deliverance 2. I haven't played the first game, but I do have the first game, and I will be streaming it here on my, Twitch channel. Self promotion. Sorry. um, but yeah, Enderfield, Enfield, yeah. Enfield was a game that I kind of wanted to play. It was like a gotcha game and type of stuff. It looked aesthetically pleasing. I wanted to go wait in line, but I didn't want to waste all my time on one thing. And then we're right here at the limited run games. That's really nice. They've come a long way. I've bought a couple of their games that they have remastered. Again, self promotion here. One of their games that they remastered and kind of brought up to physical editions was Shadow Man. Another game that I fondly remember from my childhood, even though that my mother wouldn't have approved of it. And yeah, that was basically the extent of those two videos. But the full video that I really wanted to cover was this one, where now we're walking through the middle portion of the two main buildings. This part is like kind of the merch alley, even though that there's a bunch of merches in the other places, but this one was the middle that connected the two main buildings at Pax West, Seattle. Now there was a couple of things that I was really interested in. Sanchi is a really good site, really cool merchandise. Again, I only love certain things, so it's not like I don't love everything. It's just certain things I can't really get behind. But aesthetically, it's pleasing to look at. Now Pokemon was really big there. Obviously, the whole entire card scene is still up and at 'em, so not really a lot I can do, but just kind of sift around that booth. But yeah, so what I genuinely did was go through all the booths in general, taking a quick glance. There was a big scene there from Zenless Zone Zero, which I've played in the past, but I haven't really picked up in like a month and a half. But ever since I went there, I've been playing it on and off. Really cool game, really good waifus, especially Jane Doe, my favorite. And we've been at this point, I think I was going through just looking at as many things as possible, trying to get a visual sense of where everything was in the place. So that's why I went through everything as not as quick, but as prominently, just trying to go through everything and trying to see what's up, what's here, what's there, and go through pretty much everything that I can get my eyes to look at. So it's really like going through, interacting with as many people as possible. That was the major point to these recordings, trying to get myself out there as quickly and as forthcoming as possible. Yeah, kids swatting at each other. But yeah, it's Pokemon. So can you see what can you do? Um, Now a lot of Pokemon ongoers here. Um, I look in there trying to see what's up, not trying to cut in front of anybody. You know, um, obviously there's a line. Oh boy. I will say that line got 3 times bigger in the next day. Um, but obviously, Five Nights at Freddy's was there yet again, which was there last year. Um, I'm not really. I love Five Nights at Freddy's, but I kind of grew out of it ever since the. I think it was like the second game it released that I just, stopped really looking it up and watching videos on. But obviously, it was the 10th anniversary. Obviously, you can see a cupcake right there. But I was noticing a bunch of people dressed up in Five Nights at Freddy's cosplays, which is really cool. I actually got to meet 2 people, and Sin can put that on screen. But yeah, we get a good look at Freddy right there. As I continue to walk, I do want to point out there was a certain booth there that I was really eager to get at. Monster Hunter Wilds. I don't know if you can see it in this clip. Now there's a bunch of like Street Fighter, Dead Rising Remastered Deluxe, and obviously there's Zenless Zone Zero right here. Again, a game I've been going on and off on. I can't really say that didn't consume my life for like 2 months straight. Really cool game, really cool concept. Gotcha game though. You'll mainly spend your money on it trying to get characters, but there's Jane Doe again. Obviously there's a bunch of cosplayers. I can't really say whether or not they represent the characters as one-to-one, but I can say they did a really good job with trying to get the aesthetics and everything pretty much sane and straight up and cool. It's been a while since I actually played a Nintendo game. That's kind of why I like briefly looked at it and then just kind of just walked off. I was like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, I was somewhat thinking, Final Fantasy Online could be something I could get back into. I barely, briefly touched up on it. And this was like shortly before I became a VTuber. But yeah, it's really cool, really awesome. I can't really say anything about it. And that guy right there, that just passed me, he really helped me get into Monster Hunter Wilds, and that's why I kind of was walking around that portion. And that guy specifically helped me a lot with that one booth. I was trying to be a good player, trying to be a good attendee, and I tried to make sure that I didn't make his job a living hell. Now, I came up upon this auctioning booth, and it showed like collectible video games, whatnot. That was really nice. I shortly after the video, I really got a sense of, it was like, you got that sense of like brand new video game, but at a very cheap price. Obviously, it's an auction, so I can't really say if any of those games went for cheap. I didn't think so. But I'm gonna get back to Monster Hunter booth, because this one was the one I kind of spent the most time at. Obviously, in this video, I went through, and I was waiting in line at this point, and I'm watching people play it, go after the monsters. And Monster Hunter Worlds was my first game that I actually first brushed up on, and was my first Monster Hunter game. So I'm brand new to the series. Monster Hunter Wilds seems to be really, really looking nice, with the fucking Monster Hunter Wilds title there on the billboard that I kind of stopped at. And then as I'm waiting in line, I see a Skull Kid cosplay, which I loved. That's why I just wanted to briefly push it in there. Now, I took a lot of pictures. So like, Monster Hunter Wilds pictures were abundance. Zenless Zone Zero as well. About a bunch of the cosplayers just sitting there, and it was really looking nice, really looking cool. I'm not really gonna be, I'm not gonna try to talk about that only, those two booths. But one of the other games that I really liked, which was, horror aesthetic and horror design, was the Little Nightmares series. Little Nightmares 1 and 2, really good. I really think that the story, without saying a single word, just got brought to life. I'm not going to try to spoil anything, but there is a plot twist at the end of 2, which I am not going to spoil, but kind of made me angry. Kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. But obviously, Little Nightmares you don't really look at Little Nightmares trying to be all, little rapper, little bow up there and whatnot. So I finally found it at Pax West, and it was right next to Monster Hunter Wilds shortly after I got done with that. So that was really fun. Now, obviously, you can see it for full front right there at the billboard, whatnot. Really cool picture, cool design. And I got to watch a couple of players play this game. You can play this game cooperatively, so this will be fun with collabs and whatnot. It'll be really cool, really, really great. I'll be definitely checking this game out when it releases, and I'll have someone collab with me playing it. That was one of the other games I really liked. I did meet the creator of Monster Hunter. I got a lot of art. Well, let's just say I got Arl's art signed and done for her. And this was like on the second day that I was there, because I was like, when we got back the first day, I was like, Arl, you got to do some art immediately, draw it, have it signed by him. I'll even take it to him while you go and check out Monster Hunter Wilds. And obviously they were in that line all day. It was fucking surreal. I could not fathom the that it would have brought out. Anyways, these pictures here, that Sin will bring up, he's holding up the picture that Arl did, signing it and whatnot. And if you don't know, Arl, known as Pandora Foxcraft on Twitter, but Arl Ninja on Twitch. She's gonna be going through a little bit of a rebrand here, but as of this moment, her name is Arl Ninja on Twitch. She's my personal artist. She came out to Seattle, and really cool person. You really need to go follow her. Anyways, sorry. And I went through everything with him, trying I'm gonna be guessing his wife was with them, because it was a female interpreter, and she did a lovely job interpreting everything from English to Japanese, and really cool. Now, there was a lot of stuff there, a lot of awesome fucking moments, and I finally was able to compile this together in a simple video. Hopefully, it gets brought up to speed, and hopefully, I can push out this video so that you know the Pax West people, creators, can see that I am trying my due diligence to, being, abundantly, active and trying to be another individual that, gives them advertising when it needs to be, when it needs to happen. And just show everybody what a great time PAX can be with friends. It's really cool, really awesome. But there was a couple of things that I, just wanted to bring out at the end. There's a couple of cosplayers that I met, via, Zenless Zone Zero. Again, probably the last time I'll bring it up. And then I saw another Skull Kid cosplayer at near one of the last days. We got a Power Ranger. I was just taking pictures and I saw him. I was like, oh, he was a part of my childhood, the Power Ranger. And then we got Team Fortress 2 medic cosplay right there. And I found these Final Fantasy VII characters. Obviously, Tifa, man, Tifa grew a lot of hair and did in a lot of places. So that was really fucking funny. But yeah, a lot of the aspects to the convention was really fun, really great. I had a great time, and it was really awesome to finally see with friends. It was really cool. So now that is about it. I try to cover as much as possible. And again, Sin, thank you very much for editing this. Really big help. And I hope to be there again this year. And with a certain someone, we'll experience it. And it'll be awesome. It'll be cool. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed watching this recap of PAX West 2024. And I will definitely be doing this next year. You guys have a good night and good evening, good day, good afternoon, whenever you're viewing this video. And I hope you come over on my Twitch channel and check me out. Really, really cool place to be. I play a bunch of games, mainly retro horror games, but I'm a variety streamer, so I'm not, I'm not gonna always be playing retro horror games. But yeah, you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you later. See you later.